Hi everyone! So for today is we're going to talk about the effects of electromagnetic radiation on living things and environment. For the most essential learning competency is explain the effects of electromagnetic radiation on living things and the environment. For Module 3 is we will have 3 lessons. Lesson 1, Risks of Non-Ionizing Radiation. Lesson 2, Risks of Ionizing Radiations. And Lesson 3, Solutions to Reduce Electromagnetic Radiation Hazards. And for our learning objectives is at the end of the session is we will be able to first, identify the non-ionizing radiations and its effect to living things and environment. 2. Identify the ionizing radiations and its effect to living things and environment. And third one is find out solutions on how to reduce electromagnetic radiation hazards. But before we proceed to the actual discussion, let's play a short game first. So this game is named What's in the Box. Now, instead of the usual object that is present inside the box, we're going to use words. Okay? So in order for you to identify what is the word in the box I will give a statement which would be the clue. Okay? So let's start. It is a kind of electromagnetic wave which is used in remote control. Very good. The answer is infrared. Next one. These are used to treat cancer through the process called radiotherapy. Very good. It is called gamma rays. Next one is they are useful in diagnosing bone fractures and tumors. Very good. It is X-rays. Next, these are used by banks to check the signature on a passbook and authenticity of a paper bill. Very good. It is ultraviolet rays or waves. And lastly, it is used for communication. It includes FM and AM. Very good. It is radio waves. For lesson 1 we're going to talk about risks of non-ionizing radiation. So take a look at this picture. So this picture shows the electromagnetic spectrum on which, diba, kapag sinabi natin electromagnetic spectrum, it shows the frequency, the wavelength, and also the energy present on the different types of waves. And when we talk about radiation, we classify it into two. We have the non-ionizing radiation and the ionizing radiation. Now, it's important to take note that just by looking at this picture, when we talk about non-ionizing radiation, it possesses lower energy, while ionizing radiation possesses high energy. Therefore, if we're going to talk about its effect to humans and to the environment, it is important to take note that ionizing radiations are more dangerous because they possesses higher energy. But it does not mean that non-ionizing radiation possesses low energy, is they do not cause harm to humans and the environment. Next is radiation exists all around us from both natural and man-made resources. So from the gadgets that you are using, the different appliances that you have at your home, and also humans also emit the what we call radiation. Therefore, it is all around us. For the first type of radiation we have non-ionizing radiation. Just like what I've mentioned to you a while ago, that non-ionizing radiations are type of lower energy radiation that does not have enough energy to remove an electron from an atom or a molecule. So when we talk about non-ionizing radiations, it includes the different types of waves such as visible light, infrared light or infrared rays, ultraviolet light or rays, microwaves, radio frequency energy coming from your cell phones. For the first type of non-ionizing radiation is we have ultraviolet radiation. When we talk about ultraviolet radiation, it comes from different sources, such as the sun. Then when you are welding something, the use of black lights, UV lasers, emits the what we call ultraviolet radiation. The sun emits different types of ultraviolet radiation, which can be classified into three. We have the UVA, the UVB, and the UVC. Now, let's proceed to the effects of ultraviolet radiation. Kadalasan, di ba, kapag lumalabas tayo, yan, so, halimbawa, nagpa-araw ka ng for around 2 to 3 hours, or if you are in a beach, di ba, kadalasan maka-experience ka na tinatawag nating sunburn. Yan, so it is an effect brought by ultraviolet radiation. And if you are exposed to ultraviolet radiation for a long time, you may develop what we call cataracts, and also skin cancer. Next one is we have visible light. So we all know that the visible light portion of the electromagnetic spectrum can be seen by humans. Or, in other terms, katangi-tanging visible light lang ang electromagnetic wave na makikita ng isang tao. Now, this type of light consists of the 7 colors, which are the colors that you can find on the rainbow, the Roy G. Vib. When all colors are present at one time, the light becomes white. Overexposure to visible light can damage both your eyes and your skin. Halimbawa, if you are using your cell phone for a long time, you can experience eye strain. Now, ano ba yung nagdudulot ng eye strain na yon? So, your phone is emitting the what we call blue light. Now, yung blue light na yon is nagdudulot na masamang effect sa body nyo, or particularly sa mga eyes natin. That's why, kada gabi, di ba, merong option yung mga phone na tinatawag natin blue light filter. Now, yung blue light filter po na yon, ginagamit siya para maiwasan yung effect ng blue light sa katawan natin. Other than that, is ngayon nauuso yung tinatawag nating mga anti-radiation glasses. Now, yung mga anti-radiation glasses naman po na yon is meron din silang mga blue light filter na nagproprotect sa mga eyes natin from the blue light coming from our cell phones. Now, let's proceed to infrared radiation. So, everything here on Earth gives off some amount of infrared radiation, including humans, animals, and plants. The human eye cannot see the IR spectrum or the infrared spectrum, but we can feel it as heat. Parang love lang yan. Hindi mo man nakikita pero nararamdaman mo. Ganon ang tinatawag nating infrared radiation. Just for example, if you are using your phone for a long time at naramdaman mong uminit, it is emitting radiation. Infrared radiation is used in different furnaces, heat lamps, toasters, night vision goggles, and the laser seen on your television remote control. And we feel this as heat. In large amount, this type of radiation can cause damage to your eyes and later on causes blindness. We know that the sun emits radiation. Ano na ba ang ginagawa ng Earth dito sa radiation na nagagaling sa sun? So the Earth's atmosphere, particularly the clouds, just like what is shown in this illustration, absorbs the radiation. And as it absorbs radiation, nire-release naman nila ito into the form of heat. Now, dahil tumataas yung temperature, this causes changes in the weather patterns here on Earth. And these changes on the weather patterns leads to the what we call climate change. So one of the effects of infrared radiation is the what we call climate change. Now, other than that, is ano ba yung nagiging epekto ng infrared radiation sa katawan ng isang tao? So, just like the different types of waves, it also causes cataracts. We have corneal ulcers and burns. Next one is you have microwave radiation. So, microwave radiation comes from microwave ovens, you have your radars, transmission towers, satellite transmissions, including the sun, and the cosmic microwave background radiation or the radiation that came from the formation of the universe during the Big Bang. Overexposure to microwave radiation can cause cataracts, just like what is shown in this picture, and skin burns. We have different categories of microwave radiation. You have the extremely high frequency, super high frequency, and ultra high frequency. So, different objects emits different types of microwave radiation. For example, EHF is used in remote sensors and radio astronomy, while super high frequency are used in ovens, transmitters, cell phone, and satellite communications. And ultra high frequency is used in television broadcasts, walkie-talkies, and cordless phones. Next one is let's talk about radio frequency. AM and FM radio broadcasts, Wi-Fi signals, cell phones, amateur radio, television, and airport security scanners uses radio frequency waves. Exposure to electromagnetic fields in this frequency range can warm up exposed tissues because these exposed tissues absorb the radio waves and these tissues converts this radio wave into heat. So, for example, if you are using your phone for a long time and if you are calling someone or talking to the phone, mapapansin niyo po na unti-unti umiinit yung phone at umiinit din yung tenga nyo. Now, ano ba yung reason kung bakit umiinit yung tenga nyo? So, yung phone nyo po, nagre-release yan na tinatawag natin mga radio wave. At yung mga radio wave naman na yun, ina-absorb siya ng tissues ng katawan nyo. And habang ina-absorb ng tissue yung radio waves na yon, your body converts these radio waves into heat na nararamdaman nyo. Using a cell phone causes the ear and or your head to get warm, just like what I've mentioned a while ago. So warming up by this radiation is the most dangerous for your brain, eyes, genitals, stomach, livers, and kidneys. Next one is you have your extremely low frequencies. Extremely low frequencies comes from power lines, electrical equipment, and wirings. It is also present on different electrical appliances such as electric blankets, refrigerators, freezers, and hair dryers. Next one is let's talk about lasers. Lasers means light amplification by the stimulated emission of radiation. So lasers can be made from visible light, UV rays or light, and infrared waves. Lasers are present on store checkout scanners, CD and DVD players, remote control, dental drills, laser pointers, and laser printers, which all uses lasers. Lasers can cause laser burns and causes severe damage to your tissues, especially to your eyes. That's why ng mga bata po kayo, yan, so if you are playing laser, binabawalan na itutok sa mata because delikado po talaga siya sa mata and it can cause blindness and it can cause a severe damage to it. So bakit mas matindi yung damage niya? So, kasi nga, masyadong concentrated yung light that it affects the retina, which also causes the blind spots.